Pain, we all have it. Today, I want to talk to you about hand pain because I overdid it this weekend. We all use our hands a lot, right? And it reminded me of when I went to massage school 17 years ago because we massaged every single day. And when you're not used to doing that, I can tell you that your hands hurt a lot. So this could be concerning anybody that has, arthritis or any, joint pain in their hands. And so I did this earlier today, and I want to show you how to do it because it's so simple. I'm going to talk about two different things. One is soaking and one is using an essential oil that has many purposes, but it's really good for inflammation. So the pain normally comes from inflammation and overuse of whatever body part we're using, whether it's our hands, our neck, whatever it is. So what we learned in massage school, and it works really, really well. A lot of people will do it in their sinks, but I don't know. We do a lot of things in our sink, right? So I would clean my sink with some natural, either lemon water or something, whatever you clean with, it's natural, if I was going to do it in my sink. But since I used to work in a hospital and we've been in the hospital multiple times, I have two of these, right? So what I do is, on one side, I do really, really hot water. So hot that I can put my hand in it. It's not scalding, but it's almost not enough to burn you, but enough to really, you can feel it. And then on the other side, I put cold water, but I add a whole bunch of ice cubes to it. So, I mean, it is brutally cold. And so you want the hot and you want the cold. The hot causes vasodilation. So that means the blood vessels, open up. And then the other, the cold, causes vasoconstriction. So you're doing this with your blood vessels, right? And so that helps, bring in nutrients, things that our cells need. It's really good for the muscles and to go between the hot and cold therapy. So here's what I suggest. Go as hot as you can without burning yourself. Go ice cold without burning yourself, because ice can burn too. You can have an ice burn, frostbite, you hear about it. And what I do is, so I run that, and then sometimes people will put Epsom salt in there. And Epsom salt, as we all know, is not salt. It's magnesium. And they have magnesium sprays as well. What you have to be careful with magnesium is that it can irritate the nerve endings. And then that's why sometimes if you use a magnesium spray, you'll get a burning sensation. And so if you're real sensitive to things like that, I just say do it with the water. If you know that you can use Epsom salt, then use it. And again, that's magnesium, and magnesium relaxes. So you can do it that way. So what you do is you get your hot and your cold, put them on a towel, or if you're going to do it in the sink, clean the sink. And you go into hot and you stay in as long as you can. Now, you might only be able to go in a minute. You might only be able to go in 30 seconds. You can go in 3 minutes. And then you immediately take it out of the hot and you go to the cold. The colds are usually harder, so you leave your hands in there till you can't, you don't want to cause more pain, emotional pain. So you go in as long as you can, and then you go back to hot and cold. And I suggest doing it for at least 5 minutes. You think, that's not very long. 5 minutes is a long time when you're doing something like this. And then you have the option. Do you want to end with hot or do you want to end with cold? I never tell somebody to do it one way or the other. It's up to them. Some people feel better ending with warm. Maybe they have cold hands. A lot of people, are like this a lot. My mom is like this a lot. And so I have to tell her to keep relaxing her hands. And so she has a lot of vasoconstriction. So she's not getting as much circulation to her hands. So they're going to get numb and all of that. But anyway, I would go down, to put it down to your wrist. Put your hands flat in there, up, right above your wrist. And and with whichever one you want. I prefer cold because I'm hot a lot, so cold feels good to me. The other thing, and this, I've done it frequently, and I've had a lot of clients, patients, people do it as well when I educate them about it. There's an oil, and there's lots of different oils, but turmeric is really good for inflammation. It actually helps with irritable bowel, autoimmune. When you have inflammation, you have pain. You get rid of the inflammation, you get rid of the pain. If it's due to inflammation. Helps with skin health, digestion, heart health, respiratory, mental health. And I'll be going over oils, more oils in the future, and also different things with different, about pain. So here's the other thing you can do. So you take your essential oil. So I have an essential oil here. I have turmeric, and then I have a bottle of fractionated coconut oil. Now you can use what you cook with if you cook with good cooking oil. If you're cooking with corn oil or vegetable oil, get rid of it. Use it to start a fire, do whatever. I say that because I live out in the country. Don't eat that oil. Causes cancer. So if you get a good, if you have extra virgin olive oil or a good avocado oil or something like that. So what I do with my oil, I always do this. And then I'll take the oil, I'll put a drop, might come out too, you have to be careful. Here it comes, wait, there, boom. You can do 2 drops too, and then 1 drop of a carrier oil, which is that. I take it, and I rub my hands together, and I rub it in my fingers. Now, if it's a good quality oil, it will not stain. If it stains, it's not a good quality oil. So I'm rubbing it everywhere, between my fingers, thumbs, everywhere, stuff like that. Now, turmeric has a pretty strong smell. I like it, but some people may or may not. And then I just leave it on my hands. Another thing, because, we're always, with our hands, we're always grabbing, doing things like that, is to stretch our hands. So you can take and, you can do 1 finger at a time. I do this if I'm driving on my steering wheel, and pull it back, hold it back, not to where it hurts, but to stretch it, because like I said, we're always grabbing, we're always doing things like that. You can do it all like that. The thumb is not really made to go backwards, but you can rotate it and do stuff like that. But this will help, guaranteed. Arthritis, like I said, overuse, like this weekend, I overused my hands. If I were to go out and do a whole bunch of massages, anything like that. So the turmeric is excellent. Here, let me put the cap back on it. The turmeric is excellent for the things that I mentioned before. Really good for inflammation. I'm just going to let this soak in. Some people will say, wash it off. Why? I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose. Let it soak in. Let it absorb it. And you could do it every day. You could do it twice a day. I would say starting out, try once a day. And dilution is good, not just because, say someone doesn't have sensitive skin. They can put turmeric directly or an essential oil directly on their skin. The thing is, with a carrier oil, you actually absorb it better. And so you're going to get better absorption. So this is a video. And what I'm going to do is, in the article, I'll put a whole lot more information about the essential oil and things that it does. And I hope this helps you. It helps me. And I know my hands won't be sore later on. And try it and see what you think. And that's it. So hope you have a good day. Thanks.